Hey, Kevin Runlet with Runlet Law Firm. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some of the most common acronyms that are used in workers' comp cases. I don't know about you, but acronyms always tend to confuse me when people send me an email and they refer to something with just letters instead of writing out the entire word. I tend to get a little confused sometimes, and that is no exception in workers' comp cases. There are a lot of acronyms that are used. But I wanted to just talk about some of the most common and make sure you were aware of what they are and what they mean. So the first one we're going to talk about is an MMI. MMI stands for Maximum Medical Improvement. This is really what we're looking for in a workers' comp case so that we can finally settle the case. What this means is the doctor has treated you over time and is finally of the opinion that you have reached maximum medical improvement, meaning you're as good as you're going to get. After you reach maximum medical improvement, that leads us to another acronym called an FCE. An FCE is a functional capacity evaluation. What this is after you have reached MMI, many times the doctor will refer you to a physical therapist for the physical therapist to put you through a test. This is the functional capacity evaluation. So they'll make you do different things, lift weights, bend different ways, and they're going to be taking notes, and they will have a report at the end that will provide some suggested impairment ratings based on what they saw. This will be turned over to the doctor. The doctor will either agree or disagree with it and sign off on it or not. But that's what the FCE is. Another couple of things you should be aware of as far as acronyms go is first an EME. An EME is an employer's medical examination. The employer is entitled to submit you to a doctor of their choosing to evaluate you based on the claims that you've made and maybe what your treating doctor is saying to get a second opinion, really. So generally when there's a serious injury, there's lots of impairments, there's a loss of wage earning capacity, the employer will send you to this EME to get a second opinion. And generally these are, not always, but generally they're not favorable, or they're different from what your treating physician is saying because the employer has chosen this doctor. Maybe they know this doctor leans towards the employer. So remember, it's not in your favor. Generally, this doctor's not necessarily trying to help you. Maybe they are, but generally not, and you should be mindful of that. But you do have to go to this appointment if you want to continue to receive the benefits through workers' comp. Generally, the doctor will review all the records that he has or that you have. They will be submitted to him. He will examine you one time and then make his opinions. The other acronym related to medical exams is called an IME. An IME is an independent medical examination, and this comes about generally when you have a treating physician that has one opinion. Maybe the employer has sent you for the EME, the employer's medical exam, and they're different. The judge in the workers' comp case many times will order that you go for an IME, and this would be with a doctor that the judge chooses or the attorneys agree on to get a third opinion, or if the judge feels like there's some other issue in the case that just needs evaluation by another doctor, they sometimes will refer you to an IME. So those are the most common acronyms in a workers' comp case. There are others. If you have any other questions, just let us know. We'd be glad to help. Thanks.